Hey guys, today we're doing another money making guide. Woo, boring, blah, whatever. I felt like it was needed. We're doing actually a method that I used to do when I was, I'm gonna say a noob, but by a noob I really mean like 90 or 100 combat level. But when you're 122, or hell, when you're 138, Brandon, pretty much everyone else is a noob compared to you. So that's just what I meant when I said that. Anyway, moving on. What we're going to do is actually be fishing monkfish. Monkfish used to be amazing money, especially when you were really focused. And I think the thing I loved about it so much was that I believe it gives some of the best fishing XP there is in the game to this day, and always has been for quite a long time. There aren't very many requirements for this. There's only two requirements, and that is one, being able to complete the Swan Song quest, and two, I believe it's 62 fishing. I'm going to be showing, there are actually two ways to get there, and I'm going to be showing you one. I believe the most common way is just to teleport by the spirit tree in Barak. Now you do have to do a quest in order to use the spirit trees, but don't worry, there is a method that has no requirements whatsoever. And I actually recommend that one even more than what I'm doing now. So as you can see, just teleport straight to the tree gnome stronghold. Gnome, I always fail on that word. Run straight south. Then once you pass through the gate, which I haven't got there yet. Once you pass through the gate, you want to run all the way west. Then once you reach your wall, run all the way south. Don't worry, you will be watching me do it on screen, so you don't have to like follow along with what I'm saying. There is ultimately a teleport that leads you straight there, and the reason why I believe it's not commonly used is because it's one of those things that not many people know even exist in the first place. I believe you get it from clue scrolls, but for some reason they're only around 600 GP each and sell for 400 GP in the Grand Exchange. I like to keep just a couple in my bank, but they're really only used for if you want to go to fish monkfish. There's a little magic tree right there. So as you saw, I ran all the way west until I hit rocks, and then I continue going north. Eventually you will reach a boat, which if you've done the quest Swan Song, you should be quite familiar with. And a nice woman there to take you to the place where you need to be. God help me if I try pronouncing what it's called. The little Pictorius colony, something like that. I'm very sorry. Okay, so that's one way to get there. I'm not sure if this is where you start the quest or not, but I think it is. If you this might be where you start the quest Swan Song. Don't take my word for that if I'm wrong, though. But the second way to get here is by a Phoenix Lair teleport. Now, this is the way I personally get there myself. All you have to do is simply read it, and you will actually be teleported quite close, if anything, right there. There's Priestess of Guthix. Ooh, all praise Guthix. Just run a little bit east, and you should see that little summoning obelisk sign. And once you're there, you pretty much know that you're really close, so just continue running east and you will get there eventually. I'm going to show you guys a sped up clip of me fishing for a clean hour, just about an hour and 17 seconds, all sped up to around a 6-minute clip. And I just want to go over a couple of things. Inside of here there is a bank that is extremely close to the fishing area. And the same guy who owns the bank will also sell you a small fishing net. The small fishing net is what you need to fish monkfish. At the moment, there is no one here, but usually you can find quite a lot of people here. Monkfish at the moment are around 500 GP each. They used to be around 250 GP, and it was still a good cash profit per hour back then when it was only 250 GP. And now that the bots are gone, monkfish are way better money now. They catch extremely fast, and I believe it's slightly faster than lobsters do, so it's highly recommended that you come over here. And especially, one really cool thing, it's completely AFKable. Even during this sped up clip, I was on YouTube half the time. So here's where the sped up clip begins. This clip is actually sped up by 999. I may be a little bit off while commentating over this because in Camtasia Studio it lags like a mother. But when it's fully uploaded to YouTube, it is completely lag-free whatsoever and processes extremely smoothly. So just saying, if my voice is a little bit off, like I say, and you see me going to the bank and I'm not at the bank yet, or I just got back from the bank, just excuse me, please. Anyway, it's around 120 XP per catch, and it's actually a really, really amazing way to get fishing XP. This is a way that it's very common to see people train fishing here, try to get 99 fishing here. Actually, while I was here, there was a friend who was going to get 99 fishing. He was about 150k XP off, and since he fished here, it shows that he probably trained his fishing here for quite a long time, instead of doing something like rocktails or something like that for profit. The guy next to me during this clip had a granite lobster. Now that is highly recommended, and I forgot to bring one for this clip, or I just didn't think it was needed. A granite lobster, pretty much what it does is it boosts your fishing level by a significant level, so it can speed up your catches per hour, and definitely does make things go by a lot faster, and just to be honest, makes you look kind of pro. So definitely worth bringing one of those every once in a while. If you don't really want to, you don't have to, such as I didn't bring one myself, although when it comes to my fishing level of 86, I definitely should have. Since we're here anyways, there's something I've kind of been wanting to say for quite a while now, and that's one, I'm sorry if my video quality isn't always up to perfect. Now no one has commented quite yet saying that my video quality isn't good or something along the lines of that. Everyone seems to love every video that I produce, but personally I don't like how every single one of my videos are. Personally, my two favorite videos that I've created is, one, my top favorite, my Barrows guide, because there's just so much editing I put into that, and personally I am a ginormous Barrows fan. I love Barrows. Barrows is my favorite thing to do during RuneScape. I wish it would be more money, but I'm still proud of the amount of money that it is right now. It's my favorite activity to do in RuneScape. And Barrows armor is my favorite armor, and Darok is my favorite NPC. So, aside from that, I put a lot of care into my Barrows guide simply because I love Barrows so much. And if you actually go into that, you can see how much editing there is. It's a long video because I squeezed in every little bit of information that I could about Barrows. And I would love all of my videos to be up to quality just like that one, but sadly there aren't. The most editing I do in most of my videos is simply putting an intro and outro and then just calling it edited. But I don't quite like that. I don't like doing that to you guys. I like to have my videos up to perfect quality. I remember around the time I first started into YouTube, I didn't even edit. I didn't have an intro or anything. And the reason for that was because I just hated people who edited. I like to keep it real, but then I realized that even if I have an amazing video or not, it could be the difference between somebody exiting the second that they enter the video if I don't have an intro or not. And, you know, of course, I want to help out more people, so by that, I need to get more popular, so I need to do more editing, and I have to admit, it does make my videos look a lot better. So, I'm getting away from the point here. I'm sorry that my videos aren't always to amazing quality. I would love them to be, but I'm only one person, so it's quite hard to make daily videos. As along someone's of RuneShark, which has 2 people running one account, which makes it easy. And they even have on several occasions have talked about how it's a lot easier for them to make daily videos rather than it would for a single person, because they can have one person actually doing like half of the video and then another person doing the rest. So they'll have like one person doing the recording, and then they'll have another person doing voice narration, then somebody will upload it, and then the other person will like work on the thumbnail. And I'm never able to, you know, fix a thumbnail or anything like that because it's just too much work. And I have several thousands of things that I have to do besides YouTube, so it's a bit difficult to do all that stuff. But if I do start to get a little bit more popular, I promise you guys can expect all that awesome stuff in the future. As of the moment, during the video, I have to say something about the video because I'm rambling on. During the video, I was on YouTube, as you can see in my friend's chat my chat box right there. that I was actually on YouTube during this video because this is extremely AFKable. All you have to do is pretty much just tell your guy to fish and just have, if you have Windows 7 like I do, or if you're lucky enough like SparkMac to have two actual computers right next to each other, if you have Windows 7 you could just put RuneScape on your right hand side and YouTube on your left hand side and just watch YouTube as you play. That's what I do, and that's what I'm going to say 70% of the people who play RuneScape do. So it's an amazing thing, especially it's so easy while doing Monkfish, but if you're really, really in there for the maximum profit per hour, I say you don't have to do that, and if you didn't, it would probably speed up your money, and you'd probably get around, I'm going to guess, 30 to 20% more money than you would if you were AFKing it. But to be honest, it's suicide watching your character just fish over and over and over. So at the moment, we're kind of reaching up to the 1 hour mark. We're at around 55 minutes, but with a sped up clip, we're almost there. And boom, okay, 1 hour mark, happy. So there I just went to check up all my fish. I got 268 fish, and sadly, not that many. I was really, really disappointed to see that. So Monkfish is along the lines 150k per hour, which is still not that bad, especially for the fishing XP that you're going to be getting. Thank you for watching today's video, and as always, have an awesome day.